And here we are! Hi, and welcome to the first ever tournament of Athelan Battlegrounds, a game that hasn't even come out technically yet. The demo is out, and you can already find it on the Steam web store, web page, and everything. But first of all, hi, and welcome to this evening on the 5th of February. And I am Solbo, dear host for this night, shoutcaster extraordinaire, if I may say so. Accompanied right now by game designer himself, C.M. Burns. Hi, Burns. How are you?
Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. This is very exciting. This is going to be the first of hopefully many tournaments for Athelan Battlegrounds. Today we'll be covering a tournament that is a 8-participant single elimination tournament. So we had a couple people from the game that Athelan was based on, which is Tactics Arena Online, which is an old Flash game played on browser on newgrounds.com way back in the day. And so it's going to be interesting. We have, so one of them is actually was a pretty competent player. We have Eric Stokat and Celino Cosmia, who was also a person who used to play, and Pac-Man as well. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Just to explain to everyone as well in the chat, this is the first ever tournament and the first ever stream with all of that. So if there are any problems, anything you hear, anything not coming up, please tell us so we can fix right away. But right now, the brackets, the 3 people you named are on there, accompanied by 5 other people, which are Celino Cosmia, which will play against Lerp. That's the first match we'll have today. All in best of 1 fashion, so only 1 match to get it, and you'll understand a bit later if you don't know the game. You'll understand. We'll talk about what this game is exactly. Yeah, so Lerp will be the first playing, and we'll probably see exactly that Volta getting with the drones here every turn. K-Wog is gonna get hit and get a stack on him. And so, we are here in the first match. Celino Cosmia in blue at the top. We've got the coin tossed already with Lerp starting as the red. Let's see how Celino Cosmia answer. Straight up Riker. This arrow won't
This is a mistake. Riker's trick shot is an ability that lands on at the end of the next turn. So it's meant to be used on units who are on cooldown, or if you're really desperate because you want them to move somewhere else.
Yeah. So Lerp is gonna get it a few times by his tower. So that's 8 stacks, right, that he gets in there, because the tower here can do 8 attacks at 1 damage attack. Is that that's the correct?
It's a 3 damage attack. Yeah.
3 damage. Exactly. 3 damage. Yeah, that's why he's at 33. Good. So already 10 stacks because we got also the electricity from Volta at the beginning.
Yeah. This is a solid start. So Lerp is essentially sacrificing his Garrick for the sake of immediately stacking his Keywog, which is not a bad call.
No, because Keywog is going to get massive already. Already at 10 stacks, he's starting to have some moves added to his power, to his tools. Yeah. There was the other attack from the Sentry is this big magic fireball, which is for 24 on Garrick because he gets some of the damage off. Yeah, exactly. That's 28 minus 10% because of the magic armor. So that Garrick has 6 HP already, but he's still alive. So let's go ahead and see. And
single target heal. Okay, all right.
To stack up that Keywog.
Really trying to sacrifice the Garrick here.
Yeah, I'm not thinking that Garrick in the middle is that important right now, especially as Keywog is the mainstay, the main character that you want to go. So let's go forward with the next move as Garrick will go forward on the side, and it is blocked. Okay, so 35% chance here to block, and that's a big that's a big one. Yeah, that's really rough because he was guaranteed a kill here, but for that 35% chance.
Yeah, so now when you have a champion that's low HP like this and your healer is on cooldown, it's usually the better move to use that champion before it dies, so it's not useless. You know? So that's probably what we're going to end up seeing.
Let's see. And no, Volta.
And not even. Oh, wow, so he really is going hard on these stacks.
Yeah. So he's getting 2 stacks every round, which will make Keywog usable a lot faster. And since that beginning from Celino Cosmia was not that good, all that tempo you talked about, all that wind in the sail, well, is still on his side. Is still on Lerp's side pretty much right now, even though he has that low starting tactic. And let's see the answer here. Gonna try to kill from the side and gonna hit. And that trick shot, like you said, because another thing that trick shot ignores block chance,
Yep.
so it is guaranteed to fall on his head and do somewhere around.
It's going to be around 19 probably because of the
19,
damage
yeah.
reduction.
Exactly, exactly. So we got that Riker a bit more used like it should be used as a trick shot, just damaging the guys that can't move right now. Also, already 20 and we're on turn 4 right now. Let's see the answer, which is Garrick going straight in, and I like that. I like that. Just trying to get some damage deep in there.
Yeah, but here destroying the drones might have been better.
Oh
even.
yeah.
Yeah.
You would have cut the lifeline, cut the electricity going on.
Yep.
And
So let's see what he's gonna do. I mean, at this point, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, reduce the amount of stacks that you're taking, and still get some stacks on dealing damage.
Yeah.
So that's the first use of Kiwog, and already he's done how much, like 20 something damage. That's crazy. This is pure damage we're talking about. So it ignores physical and magic resist.
yeah, so it gets fast. It gets dirty really fast. And the answer, no character has been. One has been dead, and that's a lot of damage getting in. And that Garrick has to move forward at some point because that tactic, that turtle, those 3 Garricks on the front, they are here to protect. They will not move. They will stay until Kiwog moves.
I think we're probably going to end up seeing another heal. Yeah, there it is. So that means a complete sacrifice on the Riker, but also if the Garrick doesn't move properly, the Kiwog could end up with an AoE. There we go. There it is.
Yeah. So Riker's dead. That's the play. Athelan hasn't moved, already lost a bit, but that's what you're saying. Kiwog will probably go for the AoE on the both enemy Garricks. Let's see.
Exactly. Ooh.
Oh! Volta chaining it and bringing the Garrick in the electricity right here.
Yeah. So now this is something that you can't respond to, essentially. There's nothing within range to hit this Volta, so Volta will get her damage off.
Yep. Which comes after another turn, right?
On the next turn, that's correct.
On the next turn, and as you say, you have to hit her. So, big heal on everyone by Anne on Seleno Cosmia's side, which will give some range, some kind of time, but that Garrick will be dead in a minute.
Honestly, here I'm expecting an Athelan move, most likely to AoE, or self-sacrifice. Ouch! But he killed his own Athelan here. Very ballsy, but that is a nearly a double kill for the enemy team on the enemy team as well.
Yep, and there's also the fact that Kiwog, you get to already flex that Kiwog, I guess, and make him the target that he has to be, and just, I mean, it's getting scary with those 32 stacks because it keeps stacking. So let's see the answer. Athelan, which will try to do some damage on Garrick, I guess, in the front, only moving closer. So
so that's a loss of tempo already, right? So
yes.
you're essentially giving your opponent another turn. So we're probably going to see a back shot on the Garrick, as expected.
Yeah, because it guarantees no block as well. So that's all the damage guaranteed.
The Kiwog actually didn't even need to move here. I'm thinking about, like, if he used his attack while staying in the drones, he could have just kept on stacking.
Yep. Maybe that was a way to get a bit closer to that Diana and that Athelan on the other side, on the left side. Maybe we're going there.
Maybe, but there's no one shot coming up with the Kiwog against either Diana or the
so maybe
Athelan
would have been a bit better. So
Selena Cosby coming up with the icicles to try to prevent the Garricks from infiltrating, which is not the worst idea.
No, it does put up some walls in between those important characters. And then we had a move by Lerp, just pulling Volta slowly into the fray to get maybe some actions on the enemy for once for Volta. Well, she did kill the Garrick earlier, but she's getting closer, and now Seleno Cosmia will play with the Garrick getting in range. And yet again, just getting in range. That's all he's doing. Let's go forward and see Kiwog teleporting, because that's one of the thing he gets. That's one of the buff. Just going around, disappearing and reappearing at the other extremity. And Garrick going straight.
Interesting that he didn't attack, actually. He could have just gotten a hit on that Garrick.
Oh yeah, he would have gone in there. So maybe
Yeah.
that's a misclick on his part. We'll never know.
Got the key walkers off cooldown, ready to go. Let's see what's going to go next. All right, so this can be interrupted, either by Riker or Eichlin.
Yeah, both.
Not sure about this move, and doesn't do it.
No, he
Okay.
goes for the same tactic as the beginning, and that shows maybe a lack of not a lack of understanding, but maybe that Riker is a bit too much on his mind. Selena Kozmia, a bit too much on that player's
Yeah,
mind.
definitely. If you're seeing Volta hooking
Right.
somebody, your priority should be to stop it. It's essentially free damage, right?
Yeah. And now we get the 2-1 combo between Volta and Kiwog. Volta did that damage. Kiwog gets the gets it up, and now the 3 Garricks, the 3 towers in movement have been downed. It does seem at a big advantage for Lerp right now, Burns.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're going to see some pretty massive damage coming through so shortly.
Oh.
Maybe a quick heal before that.
Yeah, probably right now, just to get that
Yeah.
Garrick last a second shot, like you said, a second hit for him, as that Eichlin gets in, and Eichlin, not a lot of armor for the physical damage, so that Garrick will get rid of Eichlin probably fast. Even Volta could get it. Let's see, that's the heal for everyone, so we got
Yeah.
Volta, Kiwog, and Garrick getting some HP in, and still in the bottom corner, no danger whatsoever for her right now.
Yeah, that's usually where you want to put your Anne, especially with the drones. It's actually pretty good to box her in, make it difficult to reach her, you know? Whenever you have a champion that's within kill range, you should take that opportunity. In this case, you have the enemy sentry who could have killed Garrick in one hit, and he instead used a long cooldown Eichlin. So this is going to cost him quite a bit on the next Ewok move for sure.
That sentry on Lerp getting some action finally with that magic fireball straight at the ice mage. And, well, it's just putting down the one that's going to get killed next. I think the target's on Eichlin right now for Lerp. He's going to go forward probably with Kiwog on the next move. Let's see Seleno, Kozmia.
Ooh.
Oh, no!
Yeah,
What?
This is why blocking from the front is so great. Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, that's 2 damage, right? Out of 8. Out of 8 times 3, but because of the armor, the armor and the block chance.
The armor, the block chance, and the flat reduction from Garrick's passive. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff happening in this game.
Yeah.
Lots of characters.
So now this would gives way to Garrick to go hit something. But again, see, like right now, just hit a target that was full life instead of finishing off one that could have died here.
Yep.
So this is like order of operation in this game is crucial for keeping your tempo. In this case, because of healers, you want to make sure that you finish off targets.
Yep. And finally, that Seleno Kozmia with Riker will get that shot on. I would probably have gone for the basic shot, which is perfect shot. Cooldown is left long, but I would have moved, I guess, to get on the side,
move to the side to get a
and
side
chance
hit.
the 35% block chance. I would say that would have been a bit better. Now Kiwog doing a lot of damage, getting the sacrifice, but that Riker is almost dead as well. Eichlin is dead, and that sentry.
Yeah, but this is a bit of a risky move here, actually, with the Ewok going in on cooldown in tower range with a Eichlin right there.
Yeah.
Like technically, we could get almost a kill on Kiwok here.
Yeah. I'm betting we'll see Volta getting in for that Eichlin, though. Lerp has loved using that hook from the beginning. So I think after, so yeah, we'll get some damage. Eichlin going on the ground below here on the Reds board side. And now Volta on the Eichlin. And that's the 20 damage if Riker is not open. So yeah, nothing to do about it right now.
Actually, Volta could stop this by pulling
the other Volta. Yo, yeah.
The enemy Volta, yeah.
That's the Seleno Kozmia Volta. You can get, do you get 4 range on that hook?
Yeah, 4 range.
You do have. So could, with the movement, then get it. Okay. Let's see.
I feel like that's not what we're going to see. Yeah,
Nope.
Instead it's going to be grabbing him, which makes sense because nothing here can actually stop it from happening. So I think we're going to see a kill on Kiwog unless we get a single target heal. And there's a single target heal. Yep. As expected.
Yep. Yeah, because that sentry has come back and would have killed the Kiwog. Let's see, and exactly, which was the plan all along, but at that end, coming in last second, just to get exactly one other shot. The amount of HP is not that important in that case. It's one last hit, one last turn for Kiwog, who is not on cooldown right now. Let's see.
Yeah, I think we're about to see some big damage.
Exactly.
Ooh.
That's
So
a
nasty.
that's a sentry down. The sentry cannot take damage from physical damage as well. So only Kiwog can do that kind of stuff, which is just obliterates in 2 shots. The sentry. And now you only got one Eichlin at 5 HP and a Diana. So let's see Lerp going about his business right now. He's got to get that kill, a chain kill, which makes sense. Nobody here will stop it. Diana getting closer to Kiwog. We'll get it in. That's 16. So probably Kiwog going for N, I would guess. Just moving away, getting a lot of damage on the one that could help Diana.
Yeah, pretty much. And when you have Garrix against Diana, this is what I was talking about, where like multi-hits can be very powerful against her. And whenever Garrick hits something as a single unit, it's essentially you get 2 hits at a time. And so her shards start to melt pretty fast, especially with 2 Garrix.
Yeah, and right now Kiwog is just leaving this area. He gets some more movements from his stacks. That's from the 25th and 5th stack, right? Plus 1 move. Yeah, exactly. So that's 2 more movements. And in any case, one of the Garrix is specifically coming for the Diana. So right now we're going to see some movement across the board, but it's pretty much done for Seleno Cosmia. With that sentry, he just came in sentry range, and now is the end, right? What?
Yeah, pretty much. There he is. Pull it into tower range, and then it's going to just get killed.
He was not already, but right now he is.
Yeah,
Diana's going to get smacked by the tower right now. Yep, exactly. We got 3 there, 4, 5, whatever. And now no more. And now probably a mouse and...
Normally you want to surrender at this point. There it is.
Oh, yeah, okay. We got the surrender coming in.
All right.
And we've got some awards. You see that? 10v10 victory.
Yeah, we're not going to do the proper after fight statistics here, but that's normal for the replays.
Yeah. So we'll get back.
So that's the first match. Yeah, we had Lerp, who actually started playing the game not so long ago. I met him on Reddit, and he picked up the game pretty quickly. He started to understand the base mechanics, and he's been doing pretty well. So, I mean, there it is. We've got the first win.
Yep. So let's go right away in that match. Let's see that cute transition. Yes, we got it. Virtual Mint versus Sneaky Abed. The blue one is Sneaky Abed. The red one is Virtual Mint. And with the coin toss, it is Virtual Mint who's gonna who's gonna act first. Those words are words, and I am here to say words. And now Sentry is going at it, going at her own character, but it is normal. The stacking on Kiwog's side. I'm guessing we'll see the same thing on Sneaky Abed's side. So first turn is going the same way, so no tempo loss as well. Let's keep going because both are at 7 right now, so I'm not sure here. Eichlin getting in on that big 3 character damage. That's the way Eichlin works. That's a good entry, I think, on the left side.
Exactly. And now this puts immediate pressure, probably inciting a heal from Anne soon enough.
That Anne is getting in and going for the single heal on Eichlin, which I do like. Just the fast. If that Eichlin is already in the thick of it, she's already getting it, probably going towards Kiwog, trying to get entry on the left side, and Ming is on the other side. So the only through, but I'm not saying it's optimal, but I do like it.
It's not a bad move, but I think that, like I was talking about earlier, the amount of hits taken to kill something is what matters most.
Yeah.
And Eichlin, if she'd been healed for just like a global heal, it would have been enough to still take 2 hits to kill her.
Yeah, so let's...
And you would still have gotten some help back up on Kiwog here.
Oh, yeah, you're right that Kiwog did get hit by her own sentry. So let's go forward. Riker is coming in, probably trick shot for Eichlin.
All right, so now we've got pretty much a guaranteed kill coming here. This is going to deal 24 damage, and then Garrick is going to hit it at the same time while Eichlin is still on cooldown. So weird infiltration with Garrick here. We'll see what happens.
Profiting off that opening, And then Riker will just go again. That's the other Riker for another trick shot, not going straight for the kill. I'm kind of surprised.
Not taking any chances here. Of course, Athelan has 20% chance to block from the front. Not very high, but it does happen.
So let's see how everything's going. Infiltration, not going forward with that. We're going backwards onto the Keywogs, which is now at 16 stacks. So I'm guessing there's a thing here.
Yeah, there was a visual glitch earlier.
Yeah, visual glitch. Yeah. We'll sort it out later, says I, currently developing this game. And so that Athelan is gone. That trick shot gets the work done. And we'll get the same play here on that Keywog, the sentry. Bring up and let's see. Yep, same thing. It skips 15, gets straight to 16.
I mean, it's kind of nice to have both team compositions using a Keywog when you think about it, because there's no loss of tempo at this point. Like, people are just essentially exchanging the tempo.
And now we've got that Garrick still doing some work, because that Anne is now at 1 hit from death. And not a lot of people to actually contest that Garrick that much with that block chance in front of him, only on the other side. So that's going to be a tough one to get past. Let's see. And just running away.
Especially in a composition with a Keywog, you can't really afford to lose your Anne early. And the Riker move earlier from like, stepping aside to the left is kind of what gave the opening to Garrick here. So this is something that needs to be responded to.
Yeah. And now that Keywog is not even at 20 stacks, which is the 4th buff. I was checking that. That's the take 1 less damage. I would say that 20th stack is probably like the sweet spot if you have to get in as fast as you can. Like 25 is great, and the more you get, the more it does damage. But still, 20 would be the one you would want to attain every match with that Keywog. And right now, only 17.
You can get away with 15 because you get your AoE photon blast, which is really nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So not that bad of a position, but still not the best. And that general heal to get some more health on Anne here is going to be less good, worse for Keywog, right? Now Ming and Garrick's on the right side, that Athelan getting in the other Athelan. So we can see here that those Athelans were pretty much the first attackers for Virtual Mints. And yet the answer here will be that area of effect and that heal, because now he gets healed when he hits people.
All right, so let's see what we got next.
Yeah. And
really committing to the end. That's very good.
Yeah. And Virtual Min's protecting herself in the chat right now, complaining about the infiltration. Yeah. Let's see how it goes forward, because that Anne is 1 hit away from death. That Riker going for the trick shot, which is a good idea in that case, because that 35 block chance on that side would have been quite big, I think.
Yeah, it's a big risk to take, yeah. So we've got the heal, which means it's a guaranteed kill on Anne at this point.
Yeah, but let's... Yeah, and Garrick did get that arrow in the face. No, did he? Yeah. And now the other Riker doing the same stuff, trying to get as far as he can, but...
That's kind of free here. Garrick's going to be able to get out of this.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh, and walks into the tower range.
Tower range?
But it's a lot of damage reduction here.
He'll survive that 25 damage.
Yeah, he will. There's a lot of damage reduction going on here.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of damage. So he can get at least 1 big hit on those 2 Garricks, which is not useless. 21 damage, right? So 1 hit on that. Let's see the answer. I would say... Oh!
Stacking. Let's see. Okay, so now she can't stack anymore because Keywog has like physical armor and 2 damage reduction.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of cuts out the damage from Sentry entirely. So now the only way to get stacks would be to take hits from other champions or to start dealing damage.
Yeah. So probably getting in a few rounds. And now that Garrick is gone, hasn't done any damage, but did get the Keywog to fall back. Sure, he has some range, but he is quite far away from the front line right now. So it might be a few rounds of damage here from Athelan, getting some. Maybe Keywog getting in on the next turn. Let's see Sneaky Obvious Sensor. And that's the Ming getting in. I love Ming, specifically because the best way to kill in any game, for me, single player, PvP, no matter what, is pushing people off cliffs. And you get an instant kill if you do it with Ming, because she gets to push away one space. So if you're on the sides, that Ming. I love Ming in 5v5 because it's a smaller map, a smaller board. Kind of good damage on Athelan. Could get some more damage going on if that Garrick doesn't end her life. And I think that's going to be the play here.
Unless we get a side block. Nope.
No block.
There it is.
That's all on Virtual Man's side. As Sneaky Hobbits gets to get in, gets to try and infiltrate right now. That Athelan is gone. That's because she was the only defending player getting attacked, because it would have been 18 damage only instead.
It might be time to probably get some damage on Kiwog. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Good. So
Nice.
1 for 1 pretty much, and it comes up to the advantage of Virtual Mint, I think, because she does have her and still alive.
Yeah.
And so that
But
1
we
for
are-
1 is hard.
Yeah, we are 3 for 3 right now, but well, Sneaky is missing the and also has a Garrick that's quite low right now.
Yep. Let's go forward a few moves. That Riker getting in. Probably some damage on Kiwog. That's a trick shot.
That's the right move.
Yep.
The thing is, 1, 2, 4, 5. You probably didn't need to move to do this attack at all.
Yeah, it's
You don't want to expose your archer too much. You
Yeah,
know?
maybe the point was for to get away from the other Garricks, so that Garrick, Sneaky Hobbit's Garrick cannot attack both. Maybe that was the point here, or just to be sneaky and get far away, or bring people their way. Because right now, Riker on Riker, that's a trick shot. But that Riker, that one that just shot, is on the ground for four turns. That Garrick on Virtual Man's side would probably advance right now and hit that guy. Yeah. So we got 2 with 14
The
damage.
priority always being Kiwog here. Not
Yeah,
too surprised.
Which makes sense, because as long as you hit him, he gets better as well. So you need to get him down. He's already quite good, quite a great, powerful character. And now, only 22 damage. Garrick's still alive. That one is doing the God's work for Virtual Mint right now.
Yeah, I think we might expect a heal here at this point. No, not even. Why?
Oh!
Ooh.
And that's getting blocked, and not a surprise, 70% chance from the front, and that sentry cannot get attacked from any physical damage. So Garrick cannot do a thing here. Now Kiwog getting away, finally killing Virtual Miss Garrick in the back line, and we get something that's a bit more tense than I would have guessed a turn ago, but still, Virtual Miss Kiwog unused.
4 to 3 right now.
Yeah.
Still with an and though, so that's a game changer.
Yeah, that and will probably do a lot of work going forward. That sentry with 24 damage now. I'm guessing. Okay, so now Sneaky Hobbits playing, getting away from the Garricks. Some hit in the back. Not a lot of damage, because it's against a Garrick, and this guy's a tough guy.
Should be fine here. Oh, okay, so we're going for another Garrick move. You probably want to, like, whenever you have a stacked up Kiwog like this, it's probably best to use it on cooldown as much as possible.
Yeah.
Just to keep stacking it up and keep killing it also.
Yeah, exactly, because you will be able to do both with the Ant still alive and so far away from everyone.
Yeah.
Just to be sure that it is getting understood, on cooldown would mean every time he is available, you use him, right?
That's
Good.
correct, yeah.
Good. So now that trick shot, not going to kill Garrick unless that other Riker moves. Now we get a heal, so Garrick's going to get another turns, guaranteed. So that infiltration going pretty well for Virtual Mint. That sentry is going to do a lot of damage.
Maybe we get a side hit on the Riker here, finish him off. Let's see. Or yeah, on Kiwog even better. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot better, I would say.
Yeah.
That Kiwog was getting dangerous. If he would have stayed alive instead of Riker, that Riker right now will probably die. Not too much. Getting behind, getting that no block chance. And still a trick shot just to get that guaranteed. Because of the armor, I guess. I'm not sure.
He could have just stepped behind and done a
right?
direct shot here. Like, this is a bit of a waste of a cooldown for sure.
Yeah, because it's only one turn as well for the perfect shot, which would have been 28 in line of sight. I remember when I played with you and I killed myself a bunch of times because of that line of sight that I forgot.
Yeah. So for context, line of sight means that anything that's in the way of a projectile is going to get hit first. So even if you're aiming at something further away, it's only ever going to hit the first thing that's in the path.
Yeah, exactly. So do not shoot your Athelan in the back. Please do not do that. It is not guaranteed. to work. Now that's a kill. That's a kill. And we get five on both sides. Now it's getting a lot closer, but we do have two sentries,
Stack
four
Ewok
guys,
and an Am. Yeah.
And that Riker is quite far now, so he will be able to do some work before getting down on Virtual Man's side. We're seeing an edge on Red's side. And now Garrick just trying to do some damage, but Kiwog, he's got 55 HP still.
This is basically a kill me now move.
Yeah, exactly. Just getting in, trying to do some work, maybe betting on some guards, but he's just gonna go for a ward. A block here, a block. That's what I meant. And we got at least some life out of this fourth Garrick on Sneaky Hobbit's side. Now behind 16 damage, not that much because of all the armor, because of everything. And now that should be a kill. Yep, let's go.
Yep.
Garrick's down. Only one left on the board on Sneaky Hobbit's side.
Oh, going hard for the Kiwog, so that's where we might need a heal soon enough.
Still, and now 10 damage divided in two. Garrick's gonna be in Sentry's range, probably the Sentry going off right now. 23 damage, that's right. Another hit or two, depending on who does it. And we're gonna see that single heal. So now that Kiwog is gonna just slam everything. It's gonna be a wave. It's gonna be a tsunami of pure energy, I think, coming from Kiwog.
Let's see, boom.
Exactly, and now that rooting is on because of that. That's one of the first stack, right? The rooting, or is that?
Yeah.
Let's see how it's gonna keep going. Riker
Unless we
getting
get a beautiful side block.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
No side block.
No side block. No side block. 35% chance. There was a chance for one last turn for that Garrick. Now we're gonna see Riker getting in on the action, really far away, probably guaranteeing the kill on this Riker.
Not taking any chances.
Yep, and still quite far, not in the sentry's range, so you get that Garrick coming in, obliged to get in, and now he's just attacking Sneaky Hobbits. You'll just get your attack, but in any case, that sentry cannot be damaged. Now we're gonna switch to the sentry, 24 damage, and Kiwog's gonna end that life next round. Sentry on sentry right now, just in the range one of each other. That's pretty much the only thing you could do. Now this one is out, and you only have to get rid of this Riker. With one Riker and one Kiwog, both near full HP. Not much you can do, as Anne is going to heal as well. You get some damage on Anne. You're trying some things. Nothing's gonna work.
This is normally in chess, you shake hands and you move on at this point.
Yeah. I am of the mind that you should still try, even though it's impossible, but I am not a chess player, as I said earlier, and I am not that competent to read what is happening. Now we've got the end of the match. Virtual Mint, our second winner of the day. Second quarters, we could say. Sneaky Hobbit, sadly, will get lost on the first round. No other matches, and that's the thing. If you win one, you're guaranteed for two other matches, because you either win and get in the finals or get in this the third place match. So that's another thing happening tonight, and we get the win. And here we go. Beautiful work from both players, as Virtual Mint's got the edge, especially on the use of Kiwog and that Garrick at the beginning that was able to get through and get rid of Anne.
Nice. So good match from our developer here. I mean, it's clear that she knows how the champions work. It's more about learning the gameplay itself, and I think she performed quite well for a person who hasn't been practicing nearly as much. And we'll see how she does in the next round.
And third matches of the day, it is between Pac-Man and Doodlens. But while I load the match, can you explain what happened? Because that match had something quite cool that happened in both.
Yes, absolutely. Matches. So there was a match between Pac-Man and Doodlens, which ended in a draw. And it ended because Kern had applied bleed last unit, which was Riker, and Riker used Trick Shot, which means that the arrow landing happened at the same time as the bleed proc, which led to a draw. And this led to this match, which you'll see towards the end. Very similar situation. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. And here we have 4 Rikers. So when we say Riker is quite popular, he really is. Again, for Garrick as well.
Yeah. So let's dive in. The coin toss is going for the red this time around. So Pac-Man will be the first to play, with his kind of hybrid open composition, as you said, based mostly on those two characters, Garrick and Riker. Let's see the first move and how it started on that third match from first round. And that's just Garrick going straight in. You did say it would probably be for that they would be spaced out, those Garricks.
Yeah. Let's see what we get here. Some friendly fire already to try to immediately box in the Garrick. So, of course, now this Garrick has a lot of damage reduction, but he's very exposed. So let's see what happens.
Another one getting in, and we want to get rid of this Karn, which will still be alive. One hit, and now that Anne will probably be used just to get that Skern another hit, because if he can get some bleed on Garrick's, which is not guaranteed, but it might help. But no, Volta going in.
Oh, that's a dirty move.
Oh yeah, because
pulling
now
Diana into tower range.
Yeah,
All
now
right,
that sentry is gonna eat Diana alive next round.
Yeah. Very good. So essentially, you're giving up your Skern to get a Diana kill, which is a very significant kill. Honestly, it's quite worth the trade-off.
Yep. And that Anne is gonna get smothered to death, I think, in the next few rounds. But we'll get to there when we'll get to there, because right now this is Diana going down, and on the side, let's just see. Oh.
We get the Diana kill.
Yeah, exactly.
And now we need to respond to the infiltration for sure. So let's see what Dootlin's going to end up doing afterwards.
Yeah, because firstly it's going to be Pac-Man going in with a shot on Volta, which will be a lot of damage, but still only about half health. And the answer here with the Riker getting in close, and it won't help with that 35%
I mean, hey,
chance.
He's blocking the infiltration. That's what matters, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing I actually did not think about while saying that. He's blocking physically, unless you have the teleportability from Kiwog. That's the only one currently. And Athelan can fly over icicles, for example.
Not anymore, actually. So we changed the behavior of flying to no longer go over enemies or obstacles.
Okay, so it's less. So it's less powerful than before, pretty much.
Yeah, correct. It still makes you immune to all ground effects like Skern's leap attack or icy ground and such. Later on, there's going to be fiery ground as well. So anything that's on the ground is going to make you'll be immune to.
Good.
If you're flying.
And now we got just a small Riker shot straight at Volta. Getting a 3 and 4 chance to get the damage in. It gets in. Volta is down to 1 hit from pretty much anyone, unless a block comes in. And Doodlins will answer with a straight heal to Volta. I like that. I mean, that Garrick is no more a big danger. Those two Rikers are quite well healed. And you've got that Skern here. I hope we get to see some use. But now those Rikers getting hit slowly but surely by that Garrick's, which is facing now the other way. No respect from the Rikers behind him.
Well, at some point you got to pick a side, right? So if everybody can hit you in the back, you might as well just go for whichever deals the least damage.
Yeah. And now that Volta, I think Riker can get to her, but I'm not sure because line of sight will be...
It would be possible, but the problem is you would have to expose one of your Rikers pretty badly. Yeah. So I'm not sure that's what's going to happen here. You may have Pac-Man just going to give up on that. Actually, you get this one.
Way easier than what we thought. Than what we both thought.
Completely.
But there is this front line, quite solid center control from Doodlins right now, getting some pressure.
Yeah.
But with all those Rikers, is that really?
Volta just brought in the Garrick essentially into her cleric's face. So this is going to be rough.
You have to get rid of him, and right now he's going to get at least 1 hit in. Yeah, right away. And now he's in a good position to block both Riker's shots. 35% chance, I'm guessing. And we go for the kill, guaranteed kill here.
Well, not so much. I think we've got a cleric heal going on here. This is going to prevent the kill on Garrick. Yep.
And there we go. Another hit. So Anna's going to be gone. No, there's going to be a heal. And
It's still possible to finish him off right now. It's just you have to make sure that there's no blocking happening.
Oh.
And this is not the move. This is definitely not the move.
because he is only stunned, he can still attack, right?
No, it's just that right now this can be interrupted, which is probably what's going to happen with the other
the
Garrick.
same Garrick as earlier. Just gonna get
Yeah.
forward and hit both. Oh no!
Oh, the block.
And the
Beautiful
block prevents.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's great. I didn't think about that. So that's a great block, a great gamble that worked out. Should have not have worked out, but still, it does. And now that's a Garrick down. Volta's still in, but still another Garrick with full HP near Anne.
Let's see what's the next move. I am expecting Anne to get the hell out of there.
That makes sense. And now Anne going
Yeah,
for the
there it
full
is.
deal. And yeah, going through Rikers makes sense. Total sense, especially since that middle Garrick from Pac-Man has been going in for Volta and Garrick, so it's even further away.
Correct. So now technically you could get a hook onto the Riker without being interrupted for once. So we'll see if that's what's going to happen with Doodlins.
Yep. Put some damage on the far Riker, so just doing some damage for the sake of it right now.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, actually, that Garrick could move.
Well, yes.
But Anne
he's
is
not
here.
going for it apparently. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually good priority, I think, because Anne, in the medium term, will be. You have to kill her before that four turn cooldown, right? So you have to get
which
in and
should
get
happen.
kills.
Like this Garrick is pretty full life, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Let the shield rest.
This one is dead though, and Pac-Man loses another Garrick. He's on the bench, as we can see here.
Yeah,
I love to
on the
watch him
dead
on the
bench.
bench. So
Yeah. So 3-1 in terms of dead units, but a lot of pressure on Doodlin to protect her Anne here.
and
This infiltration cost a lot for Pac-Man.
Yeah, but it is kind of the way you have to go with that kind of composition. I think you have to get in and
it needed
do
to
as
be
much as you can,
aggressive
as
for
fast
sure.
as you can. Yeah, so you're gonna lose characters faster, but we've got one Riker's hit, and then not that much damage on the board, not as much as I thought there would be. Now guaranteed damage on that Riker. Pac-Man is looking worse.
This is
for
probably
wear.
going to lead to a kill on that Riker with the sentry, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, you're right. You can just
Yeah.
double up that with the magic. So now that one Riker is going to be 1-for-1, and that magic fireball will do the 1-for-1.
So now
Riker for Riker.
we're at 4-3.
Yep, 4-3, and damage-wise, we still have Anne though on Pac-Man's side, which will be able to change things around. And that Garrick is kind of a
Scary.
kind of scary, just being between everyone and forcing people to face both ways. So a few damage on Volta and Garrick's. Well, that sentry will just survive no problem.
Right.
Oh,
Placing some drones.
Yeah, which is
Not the worst idea. It's to put some hazard somewhere.
yeah. It's got a big line here. You force people to go around it, and that sentry is even more protective of that area. Now that's a trick shot on Riker for sure. Volta for sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's a kill. I think so by
Pretty
1,
close.
if I'm not mistaken.
It would be
24, but she has 20% physical armor.
So that's a fifth of 24, which would be 18, I think. At least at 18, right?
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Yeah.
Now that Garrick's
let's-
gonna get hit, is he, or is that for Riker? Yeah. Okay.
This
we're
is for
gonna-
Riker. Yeah.
Yep, trying to get rid of those Ranger. And 19, yeah, okay. So that Volta is gone. We still have one full HP in the back. And now 4 on 4. Yeah, that's the current count for the
Very close match right now. We'll see what Pac-Man decides to do. Staying in the tower range, trying to get some damage off on the other Riker, but then presenting his back. That's in call.
Yeah.
Let's see if are we gonna go with finishing off the Riker.
Oh,
3 HP. That's
Yeah.
rough. That is rough.
Yeah, and that's gonna give Rikers another turn, unless
Unless
his turn's gonna
Kern
go
gets
in.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, I'm not sure it's a great play. Some damage here on the Garrick already in. I think it's gonna serve well in the future, that damage, because that Garrick is the most dangerous one for Anne currently.
Yep, correct.
turn.
So let's see. Do we get at least one hit through? Yeah.
Good
There we go. So that's confirmed. And now we have a Garrick within tower range. Hopefully he realizes this, Pac-Man, and kind of gets another back hit and leaves. Still in tower range.
Yep. I'm not sure.
Alright.
She should probably gone somewhere near the other Garrick, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And now, if the plan was to go away from his enemy, it did not work. Still, it is not a one-shot thing. Volta's gonna get some damage on. Garrick's getting in that deep Garrick. The second one that got in is now in the back, completely getting some damage on Volta. Now the big fireball. So that's a Garrick down next turn.
Unless we get a heal, which we're apparently not. I
No,
think.
we do not. And now Volta and Riker could
Yeah,
end
so-
that man's life.
Big mistake from Pac-Man here, actually misusing the heals, because she could have saved the Riker earlier, and now could
Yeah.
have saved the Garrick as well.
Yeah, so not using that, like even on cooldown, like you said, would have been on Rikers earlier, which would have survived that Skirn attack most probably for at least one
Yep.
hit, one turn, and now it's coming back to bite him because Volta's not dead, Riker's still alive, and that Garrus has got 50 HP, but a lot of enemies around him.
Let's see, so we're going for the infiltration. A bit late, but it's something that needs to happen at this point.
That's not gonna get a kill on Garrick, but still he's gonna be one
Not just
hit
yet. Yeah.
after. And now, yeah, that chain will do a lot of damage. That's
Yeah. Now this cannot be interrupted.
Moving on.
That's pretty good.
and we finally got rid of that middle Garrick, which was in the sentry's range, and now 5 for 6. Pac-Man has lost 6 characters, and one of them is not Anne, which means he only has 3 right now on the board that can do damage. One really far from Anne, so Garrick's gonna get some damage on that healer, and next time he's around, he's gonna get the kill, even if Anne is gonna
Actually,
heal.
no, not quite. Even
Oh.
with single target, he'll be 1 damage
Yeah,
off.
so as long as
That's-
that Riker stays
Yeah.
there, we're
That
good.
is deliberate, by the way. Like we,
Yep.
when deciding what health that I was going to put on Anne, it was a very conscious choice. Just because I don't want the infiltrations to be too easy, you know, like there
Yeah,
needs
yeah,
to be. It is a high value champion.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's why you only
Yeah.
have one or access to one as well. Like, it is quite powerful, and if you can play around all those small stuff that can help her a lot, well, it will be better. And now that the other Garrick in the back got rid of Volta, some
Yeah.
damage in. Riker's getting some damage on Riker. Maybe a block. Nope. No guarantee of block, and that's a kill guarantee. So now you got Skirn and Garrick really far, and they can set off a lot of damage in the back line here. So that's a close
Yeah,
match.
so let's
That's
see
a
what
match.
we're getting here.
Shot registered.
So how much health does that Garrick have left on the bottom? 8.
8. So
Yeah,
guaranteed,
so-
not even guaranteed kill because you could blow.
Well, with a trick shot, it would be.
and he goes.
Oh, he took the
Oh
risk.
no!
Well-
You said it as I played the move.
Oof. Well, that's a dead cleric for sure.
Now
Oh, and then the Garrick walking in the tower range.
Yeah.
That's death, essentially. Now we get a cleric kill first, and then it's followed
Yeah.
by an immediate Garrick kill. So big mistakes coming from Pac-Man over here, and that's probably going to cost him the game.
Yeah, because those Rikers will not be able to get rid of Skirn, I think, fast enough. That Garrick is down, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But one Riker with the 4 rounds cooldown, that's going to be rough. So that Skirn is going to go to Hunt right now. Hunt as he is
Exactly,
meant
it's
to
time.
do. And that's the thing. That's his job. He's jumping around. He's rooting people.
Yeah. Now it's really a matter of like picking the right abilities and making sure that you manage your cooldowns well. Oh, and we get a lucky block. 15% chance to block that, by the
Yeah.
way. So
And
very low chance. This might actually turn this into a win.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure that I would have gone with that one turn cooldown arrow as well, because if not, you get a guaranteed hit. You cannot hit him fast enough, I guess, Skern.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I agree with that choice, but then that 15 bites you because there's a
It was
slight
low risk. It was very
Yeah,
low risk, but
exactly.
yeah.
That was good risk assessment from Pac-Man in that case.
So now let's see. Walking all the way up here, I don't know about this move. I don't think should have walked up because
because of
you
that.
want to keep that range going.
Yeah.
And now we get a kill and getting the opponent within kill range. This is a guaranteed win for Skern.
Yeah. And this is precisely what we talked happen in the first match. Skern versus Riker. That's what is quite amazing about those two matches they played. Both matches ended up almost the same, because here, I think it's Skern that's going to get the last kill, isn't it?
Yeah, unless we get some lucky blocks with Riker, but I doubt it. There it is. So 3 health. And here, to guarantee the kill, you can walk right past, skip your turn, and get guaranteed back shots.
Exactly. With the other move you will take right now.
There it
Guaranteed
is.
back shot with 3 HP on the last
3
character.
health. That is a close game. And that's off the back of a draw with exactly the same champions.
Yeah.
So very, very close.
Those 2 times N could have been used on
Yeah.
Pac-Man's sides. Riker
Definitely.
could have been saved, and another one, which was Garrick, could have been saved as well, in the one that was in the back, in the back line. So 2 times that N could have made a big difference, and that that you get back, that second hit on any of those characters, well, that might have been
also
the end of the game.
The front block from Skern as he was hunting both Rikers also guaranteed. Well, not guaranteed, but like pretty much made sure that that Doodlins secured the win here.
Yeah.
So a lot of luck coming from Doodlins and a lot of mistakes coming from Pac-Man here.
As we have our third winner of the first round, which is Doodlins, in a quite close match, which is the word I'm looking for
Definitely,
right now. Words are so difficult when that's the only thing you do in life. And in any case, we've got one of the guys that we were coming in. I was coming in knowing that he was a pretty good tactics player, knowing that you knew him from a long time. Aristocat in that next match. He's a good player. He's a good thinker about all that stuff. He's also the only one who did not change his composition and his characters and his positioning.
A lot of confidence, essentially.
Yeah, a lot of confidence going in.
From experience, I know that Aristocat has a very deep understanding of the use of tempo in the tactics games, and that will make all the difference. You'll see in his selection of moves, in how calculated he is about infiltration, that you'll have some very difficult hurdles for the opponents to overcome here.
But we've got Aristocat in red and Ryumdel in blue. So let's go ahead and see that Volta getting in. One Riker is already there. It's going to be disrupted, right?
Good starting move, honestly. Even if you get the interrupt, that's still like a significant potential tower hit on the Riker.
Yeah, and it forces the enemy to get in, to get 2 characters in the sentry in that case, because that's what he wants to use. And then that Garrick, that block, that hit. So it's quite powerful. We got some damage coming in from the Riker on Ryumdel's side. Let's go forward and see Riker. But now, that's good. That's
completely rootless. Like, this is what happens when you have an open line to Anne. It's just, you're better off just sacrificing a champion to get the kill on her immediately.
Yeah.
Because then, especially if you're playing Turtle afterwards, it's going to be very, very difficult for the opponent to.
Yeah, you still have a lot of firepower waiting behind. So now a heal that's going to be used and a lot of bodies in front of Anne for the time being. But that's a turn that you just lost, and now Riker is out of the sentry's range. Shooting right at Anne again, trying to get rid. Like that's where you see also that priority in Aristocat. He knows that a healer is going to be powerful. It's going to be one of the characters that you want to get rid of as fast as you can. And that Garrick, almost dead, but still tanking a lot of damage in the front, and you still have a lot of Garricks that can come back. And he's going to do some damage, fall back, and that sentry is out of commission for a few rounds.
Yeah, this is a solid move. Essentially, you're banking on the fact that you have a high block chance to kind of just retreat
Yeah.
And essentially, that Garrick is probably going to spend a lot of time here getting passively healed over time
Yeah.
as he's putting pressure on something else with the rest of
Yeah,
his team.
it's kind of, he's clapping hands with the other Garricks that are going to do the same job, and then you're like trying to switch them off while Anne gets some heals going on for
Yeah.
everyone.
So
But
here
now,
we're probably going to see an interrupt from the third Riker.
oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, as expected.
And now that Volta is getting low on HP, the other one's gonna do the same stuff, but Garrick's close.
I guess in this case, it's more like preventing this Riker from attacking the Anne before she's off of
Oh,
cooldown, right? So it's like
that's
he's really, really trying his best to not lose the Anne, which I can understand.
yeah. Oh, and two hits getting in from the Skern, so that's the bleeding effect. We had one earlier in the match before, but now Riker's gonna be quite hurt by that. In a few turns, is gonna lose.
I think we're about to see the Anne kill over here with a direct shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now that Riker has lived up its usefulness and he's still full HP. So it's not that bad. And like you said, you better sacrifice a character to go in. But still, he's not even sacrificed yet. He's still there. He's still quite powerful and can do some damage on the back line. So Aristocat is still going to do some work there. And half of his team, like more than half of his team, has not been used yet. And that Riker going way back, no one to hit him and last hit him right now.
A lot of pressure coming from these Rikers right now, and so far Aristocat hasn't even had to heal yet. So
no heals used.
I think it might be coming this turn if I'm not.
And
that
you
makes
read
sense.
his mind. You went right in, and that's the one you needed because Garrick's gonna be at least one other turn on the board. Riker, well, still 40 HP now. That should get in unless
that's going to be interrupted by another Riker for sure. Oh
no, we're going for the Volta in the front.
Okay, fair enough.
And actually, it opens up Garrick and Skern, right? That Volta is used up. She's quite far. So it kind of opens up the right-hand side, I think, to loosen up the pressure on his own Riker, Aristocat's Riker in the bottom right.
Yeah, for now, yeah. So, all right, let's see. So this, that's a dead Volta. At this point, it's going to be very difficult for Del to get anything done. So, of course, a big flashy move with the jump from Skern going in here, but that's not going to really achieve anything, I think. We're going to probably get essentially a free kill on this guy.
Yeah, because he jumps in, roots everyone, but in any case, he's the only opposition currently endangering them. So everyone's going to look at him and just wonder, what are you doing? Because we're going to mash you to death. You're going to be a bunch of ashes on the ground in not a long time. And the other Skern, well, he's concerned with the Riker in the bottom right, but he's far away from everyone. And Skern, yes, he's good to assassinate, but I'm not sure that Riker is the best target right now.
Well, the problem is that like he's kind of battling on two fronts, right?
Yeah.
And by splitting your damage like this without a healer against someone who has a healer, you're guaranteeing that you're not going to achieve anything, right? The healer is just going to heal both fights at the same time rather than not have time to heal one fight that's like happening too fast, right? So tempo, again, very, very high priority. Understanding when to strike and what to use to strike. You always want to make sure that you have more than one champion capable of dishing out damage on whoever you've decided that you want to target.
Yeah. As we see here,
Yeah.
Probably a fallback from that upfront Garrick's. Skern's going to be used before that, of course, because Ryumdel is still on Riker's case, but he's far, and he's been taking way more hits than he should have been taking, that Riker's. Like, that's a long fight between him and Skern, who should be able to get rid of him if he had the help of at least one Garrick's or the Volta that was pulled back earlier. So we're seeing here Aristocat just taking control of the rhythm of the match, the tempo that you talked about. It's all in his hands. He is completely in control. Even though he's losing someone here, he has 2 down, 3 down on the other side, and one of them is the healer. So that's the biggest part currently. And Athelan's got to take care of Skern with Everyone. So as you said, now probably Garrick's gonna fall back or Eichlin just to finish that skirn
Yeah.
next round.
Also, important move here was Eichlin getting in the way of the Anne
Oh
to
yeah.
body block, right?
Yep. Yep.
So very safe. And meanwhile, like the enemy Riker is all the way at the back, being completely unused.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yep. And that skirn has been isolated, no answer whatsoever to that move. And Riumdel is in here for. It was a tough draw. He got one of the good guys, and I'm now understanding how Aristocats can control the match and how he understands what he has on the board at every single moment. At least on my part, I'm seeing with you explaining a lot of moves that make a lot of sense in
They're very
hindsight for
natural,
me.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's that whenever you're used to this stuff, it's intuitive moves, right?
Yeah.
At this point, like this is going to be a guaranteed kill on the Eichlin from
Yep.
from Diana alone. And
Yeah,
then
and that Garrick's just gonna move towards Riker, so that's a loss of a turn in retrospect, and a heal.
and of
So
course
that
we get the
Riker
heal.
is still alive
Yeah.
for 2 turns, or almost. Let's see how much damage. Yeah, that's 18
That's
plus
2 turns. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
you whenever you're anywhere over 20 usually,
oh,
and we get the side block. Oof.
that's rough.
Now that's
12.5.
demoralizing for sure.
Yeah.
You're already losing, and then the enemy gets some blocks. That was a 12.5% chance to block. So unlikely, but still possible.
And that Garrick's down. Diana still has the opportunity to get rid of Eichlin up top.
Yep.
So
On
what
the next turn
will
for
he do?
sure.
Eichlin getting in, and is that still the Riker? Okay. Oh, just getting him in the corner.
Yeah, well, I mean that kind of traps this Riker there for quite some time.
But in any case, he did have still 4 turns of cooldowns, and now that Diana is making sweet work and fast work, quick work out of that Eichlin.
Interesting move here. So he chose
Going
to
back.
take the risk of a side hit just to reposition instead of getting a back shot and being kind of stuck on the enemy enemy side, which like he can afford to do in this moment because he's kind of winning.
Yep.
But it's not always the best call to take a risk like this, right? He just happens to be in a good position that he can take this risk.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's kind of just a freebie here. Take care of the drones.
Yeah, and just slowly clearing what's left of your enemy's forces, because right now there's not a lot.
Yeah, we're probably going to
with.
see a trick shot on the Eichlin coming next. I wouldn't be surprised. Or this, that works too, but kind of weird order of operation. It could have been a trick shot first.
And then that the
and then the direct
kill,
hit.
Yeah. Now heal going off.
Just,
so that Riker in jail right now is better than he has ever been. He survived the whole match. I'm flabbergasted by that placement of that Riker, the way he moved in and out, and was able to survive because of also the rest happening on the rest of the map.
Yeah. He did get a lot of help from Volta pulling him around like a ragdoll, so that helps. Yeah.
But now trying to fall back and get the team together will not do much. A block here.
All right.
Volta.
I mean, it doesn't exactly keep you in the game for much longer, but it is what it is. At this point, again, like I said, typically when you're playing a chess game, you would just shake hands and say, "Good game. I've clearly lost." But it's very typical of chess to just like kind of admit defeat whenever you're losing, because
I'd say, especially if you don't know the game that much, is that it's a demo. Maybe Aristocat is sure he's going to win because he knows what he's going to do for the next few moves. He knows what's happening. But on Riumdel's side, well, he's just trying out what is happening with his characters. So I agree with what you're saying. I get it. But in any case, well, he's just doing stuff around, and it's going to last at least not much more than 5 minutes anyway. So
this is classic Turtle. It's never break formation. That's like the #1 rule. You don't have to go and seek them out if you don't want to. You could just use your range and get your kills that way. Like, see, he doesn't have to get anywhere so close. The enemy Riker is doing nothing on the other side,
and that's the only true danger right now with the range would be that Riker going down. But now Riumdel is focused completely on Eichlin and Volta. Volta is down with that trick shot that got right around. Eichlin will be down with that trick shot, or will she? That's 20.
She won't. She
Oh,
won't.
that's
She'll be
24. Yeah,
two
yeah,
two health off. Yeah.
yeah.
And right now we're seeing a lot of icicles coming onto
Yep.
the board here. So whenever there's enough of those, you can actually uh, have a massive chain reaction that just blows everything up. By the way,
Yep. Like
like
a bit
the
like
whole
that.
board could just
Yeah.
be floating. Yeah.
Yeah, because one makes the other explodes, and then they all explode and do damage on top, which was maybe what he was trying to set up, but too late for that.
Yeah, definitely.
And now a heal just to put things in
This
perspective.
is a bit of an insult. This heal. It's like, hey, look what I can do.
Yeah, look what you
Yeah.
can't do, and it's been like 15 minutes you can't do it. I got my Riker in, and now we're gonna single out that Riker. He's the last one alive. That's actually useful. That sentry will be completely ignored, and you don't have to kill it. I remind you in chat if you don't know. And now,
Yeah. And now we'll get probably a trick shot or some Eichlin
yeah.
shenanigans.
Oh, what did I do? Oh, did I cancel something? In any case. Now's the end. Yeah, okay. I think I canceled something in the replay.
Yeah, and
Some
it
hit
caused
didn't
a
get
weird
there.
draw, but it's not a draw, by the way. That was a clear victory from Aristocat. And that concludes round 1 of the tournament.
Let's head right in the first round of the semifinals between Virtual Mint and Lerp, which had a great first game on his side. Not that close of a game. And let's go right now. And now we're in. We got the great animation. In red, Lerp. In blue, Virtual Mint. Both have changed some things about their composition. So the first change that we'll see will be that Virtual Mint is a bit more aggressive with those Eichlins now on the front lines. The rest is the same regarding compositions. But we now see with Lerp the first Takashi, the new character of the tournament's week that came out there. And we also see another change. Is that the only change? Oh, I think it's the only change. Takashi. No, Skerns as well. There were no Skerns for Lerp earlier.
But
yeah.
Well, Virtual Mint actually put in a Volta this time around for Kiwog.
Oh yeah.
While still keeping the Kiwog fairly accessible to archers right now. So we'll
Yep.
see how it goes.
So let's go ahead, and Skern is gonna go right for one of those Eichlins that you said was vulnerable,
Very
and
vulnerable.
the bleeding is on. That block chance, that 10% block chance, did not happen. And we go with that loss of tempo, that loss of speed, because we have to get those stacks on Kiwog. So Volta's going to do exactly that. And Takashi here for the finishing move. But there was one block in those 3 hits, because it's 3 hits that get more damage on the bleeding, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Still, that's a kill. So already 1 unit down after 2 moves. That's rough.
Yep.
But as expected, with the Eichlins being this far in the front,
yeah, they were a target, maybe meant to be target, and now with that sentry going off on Kiwog too, a couple of stacks going right in, and yes, Dudeland is the first Takashi going in. Hi, Roomdale. You had a really tough draw on this tournament, so you did try against Aristocat, but goddamn, that guy is good. As Skern is doing some more damage on the front line.
Not the best from Lerp. So he's trying to make use of the bonus damage that he'll get from bleeding, but Garrick is really not the target to do this with. With 3 flat damage reduction, he nullifies all of the bleed damage.
Yep.
Right? So definitely not the target that you want to go for with this setup. You probably want to bring in, or at least infiltrate maybe with Skern to get to the cleric. Yeah.
And let's see, a big move to protect with Garrick.
Yeah.
So Skern cannot do
destroying
anything.
her own drone.
Oh yeah, didn't see that.
Yep.
You're right. Oh, that's a lot of stacks that would have been there and won't be. And now,
there it is. As I said, the kind of obvious jump in to disrupt things with Skern here. So now we've got 2 Skerns infiltrating. We've got Ewok unable to get stacks and in a very precarious position.
Yeah. And that Kiwog is only at 12 stacks, so he did not hit that baseline 15 that you talked about, not even that 20 with the extra protection. And now those Skerns are already on its back, the bleeding getting in. So the stacks go up, but his life go down.
All right, well, I mean, hey, he's getting some stacks.
And using them as well, because now some damage has happened, but that's going to be a lot of damage down right on its head with Riker and the arrow from far away. One turn down. Makes sense that Garrick would fall back to protect his healer.
I think we're going to see a Keywog kill here from the Scaran, of course. All right, and now we're 2-1 with the main attraction of this team dead already. So it's going to be a tough thing to follow up for. Oh, we've got Takashi getting 2 people bleeding already. That's pretty good.
And that bleed is if you get those 3 hits, right?
Yeah, you need to land all 3 hits to apply the bleed. That's correct.
Which is that Volta could have evaded some of those hits, blocked some of those hits.
Yeah, with about 12% chance to block from the side. Yeah, exactly. It could have been
at least one of them to evade that bleeding. But
so both infiltrators are dead now. Takashi typically not the best infiltrator on his own. Very vulnerable, very squishy. We'll see what happens next. Big hit from. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful hit from Athelan here.
Yep.
And we've got a dead Volta already.
Yes, now heal is gonna come in maybe a turn too late for that Volta.
Yeah, this is bad. Takashi's gonna go right onto the Ann here for sure.
Yes. And now we get some bleeding going on. So next round, Ann is down or almost. Maybe the turn after that. But yeah, Takashi's gonna survive that hit and then will be able to finish that off. But Riker is gonna do the job right now.
Yeah, no waiting here. Kind of a vulnerable position for the Riker. Honestly, Takashi could have taken care of this without making Riker vulnerable. Like right now, this is going to require a heal from Lerp for sure.
Yep, and that answer, that Athelan, another great Athelan hit in the middle there. From both sides, both Virtual Mint and its Lerp did use their Athelan really well to get in the thick of it, to get the most of it out. And as we go forward, Takashi's going to get some HP chipped off, and then Garrick's in the way. Oh, and that's pretty good. That's not going to get interrupted now.
It's possible. There it is. Yep.
Oh, yeah. I'm just not figuring out colors right now for some reason. But an answer will come in time, and that Garrick's falling back, protecting Ann in the back from Lerp's side. And I do think, even with
Takashi not blocking at all this match.
Yeah.
3 side hits and no blocks whatsoever.
Yeah. And with a 35, he's the second highest blocker, right? Is there another one on 35 as well? I think.
Yeah, we have, I think, Ehrlich, who's got 30 or 35 also.
Oh, yeah, Battle Mage. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, but now that infiltration is getting out of hand on Lerp's side, as we can see, Athelan will be chained and most probably killed in that round. Yeah, 24 magic damage with that armor will not last hit her. But
yeah, insisting very hard on using the pull here. At least, hopefully, we get a kill from the back over here. Yep, that's correct. But that's a dead Ann. Yep.
And now both hands are on the sides watching from the benches. And there's a solo Garrick doing what a one-man army must do, which is blocking on the sides his enemy. And now he's going to get some backup from the back line.
Yeah, at this point, like, whenever you can get some chip damage like this, it's typically worth it. The way that Garrick just got a double side hit, but only if it's putting these champions within range of dying in fewer overall hits, right? So that's something that normally you want to calculate before committing to the move.
And now, because they've been, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm seeing this as Virtual Mints getting some good trades, but always on the back pedal, always behind what Lerps is doing. And in the end, our characters are mostly far away from each other on
This is what happens when you have a Keywog team with infiltration that's a little too easy, is you end up overcommitting to the concept of Kiwag, and you lose that champion, like your team is kind of falling apart really fast at that
Yep.
point. Um,
Yep, and now I think that's what we're seeing happening. There's one Garrick in the back doing not much right now, but waiting around. And the two others are getting ganged up by what is left of Lerp's team on his side. And
let's see if we
Volta's
get a side block. No side block over here.
no
But at
side
this
block.
point, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 against. Well, hold on. 1,
Three.
2, 3, 4. It's 5 against 3. Sorry.
Five. Yeah, indeed. Five.
Yeah.
There's so many Garricks. One next to each other. They become hard to count sometimes. And now that 12 HP Garrix getting some movement, some protection from the sentries. Might live a bit longer, but that one is doomed because Volta's got...
Yeah, definitely dead.
Yep.
At this point, we pretty much could just wait around for Eichlin to be ready to go AoE some people.
Yeah, which does seem to be Lerp's plan, right? Just getting in range, but not for the sentry. Right here. Some damage, but Eichlin's gonna get in. Oh, not right away.
Oh, interesting. Choosing this back shot instead of a pull from
Volta. That should be
There's
the
the
end.
kill.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're looking at the downfall of Virtual Mint here. Oh,
And a block.
the side block, last hurrah before losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those blocks. I'm gonna at least shout a little every time they get a block. Like I love those. And yeah.
By the way, Volta's hook is blockable, and so she just got a front hook on a 70% chance to block.
Yeah, that's a
here.
1/3 chance of actually happening. A bit less than 1/3, which is quite good to end the match. I mean, there were two Garricks, one Eichlin waiting. That was the end for Virtual Mint, who we will see in 2 matches again for the 3rd place matchup. But it's Lerp getting the first spot in the grand finals right now with great decision making, and especially at the beginning, getting right on that keywog and breaking apart the opponent strategy, right?
Exactly. That's what I was talking about earlier, right? It's like you're supposed to kind of sacrifice yourself to get that nip it in the bud right off the bat.
Yeah.
And he did exactly that, and look at that. The composition just fell apart after that.
And now we will go forward with the other semifinals with what can be attributed. I will say it, the favorite of this tournament, I think, Aristocat. Just the way you talked about him and the way we saw him play. And the fact that he's the only one who didn't touch his goddamn composition. Like, he was so confident in it. And that's also a sign of a match plan, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you have a composition that you believe can just take on anything, there's no reason to change anything, right? Especially, like, the way that he had his thing set up is pretty much what you want to get out of the currently existing champions. As we introduce more champions, there will be ways to deal with turtle compositions, but there's also going to be ways for you to turtle even better. So we might see Guardian Zero being used by Aristocat in the future, or we might even see the next champion, Zur, the Fire Golem, who will be able to control areas, will be able to ignite people for long durations, and really kind of prevent infiltration on his side while keeping up the range, because Zur's got like a lot of range.
Yep, and so we will see that, but that's not right away because we've got another match in the semifinals, and those two characters you just mentioned, we'll see them a bit later. Before the grand final, I think we'll show some art. I think that would be a great timing. Before that, we've got the second semifinals with Aristocat, of course, and underdog in this match, in that case, Doodlands. So let's jump right in that second semifinal, because there can be no 3 semifinals by definition.
Correct, yes.
While in the red corner, Doodlands, in the blue corner, Aristocat, which you will see as the same exact composition to Eichlin and Magda Diana.
So we do have a new composition from Doodlands here, which is a turtle composition.
Yep.
So it is possible to deal with Aristocat here, but it's going to take some very precise moves. So we'll see how she handles it.
So some kind of pressure in before you need that pressure. And
Correct.
we've got a wall, a small icy wall to kind of block him. But as you said, that's not for right away, right? So we're going to be able to ignore it for a time. And that Eichlin is going to get some headshots on her because
Yeah,
that
so
is going down.
a little bit unfortunate that the positioning was here, right? Because then you're within the range of the enemy Riker without necessarily having to move. So now you're more or less pressured to heal that Eichlin, and that would be a loss of tempo at that point, right?
Yep.
Of course, Doodlins right now is very focused on making sure that this Garrick doesn't make it through to the cleric,
Yep.
which is understandable, but is going to sneak past.
Oh, and now do some
Yeah.
work at the bottom row of Doolin's side. And let's see the answer here. Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then physically blocking the path. That's a good move.
Yep. But on the other side, Rikers are here as well, still chipping away at that Eichlin that will be dead when this Harrow falls down from the skies.
So
Unless.
healing.
Making me lie time after time because I cannot see past the next move.
It's okay, that's what I'm here for. It's fine.
It's still scared.
So this would be chip damage, right? So essentially, the cleric just used her healing, and now it's essentially it's free to start chipping away at the health of any champions that are within range from the archers. That make sure that you don't break formation for your turtle while keeping the pressure up on the enemy team.
But now that other Riker is getting in and Eichlin is dead.
Right. So now we've got a dead Eichlin, and it's really a matter of finding, can we get a kill on Garrick that's over there? And focus has been switched now, which kind of leaves some room for the Anne to heal that Garrick.
Yep.
A little bit unfortunate.
And finally, someone moving in from Doodlin's side up to Aristocat's side, and that Riker is done for with that bleeding damage.
No. We've got the heal coming.
Oh yeah, you're right. You see.
Yeah.
So not at all.
See now the Garrick down there is 2 turns away from death, so that's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
To deal with. At least we've got the drones in a good position.
Great use of them, still blocking the way, chipping away at the Riker and the Garricks, and making a literal physical barrier as well. So just to help the turtle being a turtle.
But if you look at it closely, see, they physically let in the other Garrick, and that seems like it's going to be the downfall of the Anne.
Oh yeah, because now one is in and one is enough to get rid of Anne, as that electricity damage is not is completely blocked by Garrick, or at least partially blocked.
Partially blocked, yeah. But here, decent move from Riker to try and physically block the path to Anne.
Yep.
It at least forces the Garrick to pass through the range of the tower if he is committed to that extent.
Yep. And the focus on the other side of the map now switching up to that Skirn, that Eichlin getting in, the first one moving up. Skirn rooting them all, which is not bad because that Garrick from Aristocat will not get help anytime soon then.
Yep, so we're 2-1 at this point. At least we get one confirmed kill.
Oh, good.
So big drone value here, forcing Aristocat to respond. We're getting Diana out of there. Diana is probably the first target you want to get out of a drone, especially because like any tick is high value on her.
Yeah, like
big heal coming through from Doodlins. Can it keep Volta alive? What's the health on the Volta? 21.
21, yeah.
All right. So the focus is being put on this Garrick, which has low HP, but I'm expecting a heal. Yeah, of course.
And so everyone stays alive, at least for one more turn. And there's still those two Garricks deep in enemy trenches
Yeah.
right now. Oh, but great use of the drones as well to
Yeah.
create a wall, a big wall of electricity here.
Yeah, this is forcing Aristocat to react, which is it's a good thing, right? The problem is right now Doolins doesn't seem to have a plan to really finish off a kill.
It's only chipping off, blocking, and making sure Aristocat's attention stays on his side, but they are already there. Those spies, those two Garricks, are already in position to make some damage when Aristocats wants it. So no
Correct.
clear
So
plan, and a great block. Side block by Garrick.
yeah, that's rough. That is rough. But again, it's unsurprised. It doesn't really have much value in this context, even if she landed the hit, because there is like no unit on the enemy team that's dying right now, and you really
Yeah.
need to get the kills to keep the pressure on Aristocat. Like the start of the game was very very tight, but the moment that the damage was spread too much across multiple champions is when Doodlin's starting to kind of lose her edge here.
Yep. And right now with the Vaulted Dead, no more walls of electricity coming in from Doodlands. And we're going to go forward with that Garrick probably dying next turn with the help of a Garrick or Athelan here.
Probably gonna get a heal here. Yep.
Will still probably die this turn, right? With Garrick coming in the back or...
It's not going to be enough. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So in this case, it's a very safe move to heal for Aristocat. There is no more pressure right now. He has tempo. Perfect time to do it. And now the Garrick, who infiltrated at the start of the game, who was one hit from dying, is no longer even close to being dead, right?
Yep.
So this is something that should have stayed a higher priority for sure.
Yep.
Because now the Anne's probably dead.
Yeah, exactly. And that's Riker that moved earlier to get rid of the line of sight, as we could say. Nice block, though, by Athelan here.
Unfortunate block, but we do get the side hit kill, which was the intention.
But now, big man on the small cleric, getting a lot of damage, and next round is done, right?
Yes. I mean, there could have been a world in which Ming makes her way in, skips her turn, and then pushes him off, but that would have been 2 turns and 30% chance to happen.
Yeah.
Unlikely. This is the kind of desperate move that you would make if you're actively losing, which is kind of what's happening right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, with the blocks that we had to deal with and the fact that the damage was spread out a little too much, Doolins now is not in a position that she can come back from this against a player like Aristocat.
Yeah. And now that Garrick getting out of harm's way, or at least as much as possible, to wait still again for that Anne eel. And Riker with that will not get the kill. So in that case, Anne will get off a heal probably next round, I would guess, for Aristocat.
Oh, this side block.
Oh, for some reason, I thought he blocked and then reflected the arrow on the other Garrick, but that was the arrow, the trick shot coming down. I was mind blown by this new mechanic, which would be broken. And now Anne's getting hit here, but a heal's coming in, right?
Yeah, that's a heal, and then after that, it's just going to be a kill from Athelan, I'm expecting, just to guarantee the damage.
Now Ming has just moved closer. Athelan getting the kill, as you said. Now Anne is out of harm's way completely because even the Rikers are way too far to do any kind of serious damage to Anne.
That's correct. And now, again, see, like, not really knowing which champion to hit, and you had Garrick at the bottom, who was within kill range and is, again, no longer within kill range. So this is pretty much over for Doodlins. We're just going to be playing out the last few moves, see what we can get done.
Yep. And now those Rikers are slowly getting pummeled to death. And we still have a full army of 6 characters on Aristocat's side that have taken some damage earlier, but that Anne still alive has done the work.
Exactly. At this point, having this many champions alive, like normally
Oh,
if you're going to be losing your An, you want to do this by getting a lot of value from your opponent
yeah.
as a counter.
And that kill has just been denied as well. That Ming that got blocked by Garrix.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's unfortunate.
and now the eel coming in, which will take it 2 more hits.
Ooh,
So
that is rough.
not even a small chance here to get rid and maybe bring back a kind of turtle around the sentry. Nah. That Garrick is still here. It's gonna get hit. The shield's not gonna block, but right now some damage, some heavy damage. I'm surprised it didn't go. Oh yeah, that's for the block chance probably. That he went for the Riker, right?
Yeah, well, it's mostly you want to get rid of ranged champions
Oh yeah.
as much as possible because then you can play to your strength, which is range. In the case of Aristocat, he still has 2 Rikers and 1 Eichlin, and so uh, range advantage is very significant.
And at this point, they'll have to go get them back in their base. Aristocats is solid right now. Riker getting in, doing some heavy damage on his opposant. Namesake.
Yeah, but it's at this point, like Doodlands is just trying to get damage somewhere, but unfortunately, it's nothing is going to be happening.
Yeah, we had some commentary from her part in the chat, which is just scrambling at this point, which is what you use. And
Yeah.
yep, that does make sense. Especially you just have a guy who played his hands so well up to now, and he has so much firepower still on the board that he can't do much with all your tired Ming and Riker almost close to death. You'll just go away. You have your 2 Rikers physically blocking Anne, defending her. Still Diana in play. Cannot get close to the sentry, but still can do some work. So yeah, we're just playing out the rest of this butchery.
Yeah, we'll see if we get at least a kill on Eichlin just for, feeling good about it. There it is.
And that should be the last because Diana's coming in. Ming is going to get exploded. Not right away. But still, it should come. Oh, even some damage. But that kind of damage is negligible for Diana. So that's pretty much the best case scenario for Garrick hitting a teammate as well.
Yeah, pretty much. And then we're going to get probably a trick shot into a back shot with Anne, and I think we'll conclude the game.
Yeah, we'll just move. Oh, and that's
There
a surrender, actually. Unless I pressed too fast because it's...
Again, the draw is only a display issue. But,
yeah, exactly. And that's me because if I do not wait until the move has been done and I press, it seems to bug out the system.
That's all right.
Yeah.
So another solid win from Aristocat, but well played for at least the first half of the game by Doodlands. She did
good reactions at least, good
good
thinking, especially that Volta in the middle of the game, which made it good luck, I think. Doodlands Virtual Mint in red, Doodlands in blue, and we are back right at it. Seeing Doodlands who just played and is going with the same composition right now, so that turtle kind of thing, and that weird Eichlin being a target, really forward Keywog from Virtual Mint.
Yeah, we'll see how this turns out, but the Eichlin being vulnerable right now, at least Virtual Mint is starting, and she gets like a easy AoE that she could be using right now. We'll see what happens. Prioritizing the Keywog on turn 1, it's not the worst idea, but it could have been done on turn 2 by just saving your Eichlin right now.
Yeah. Oh,
the side block with 10% chance, that is really unfortunate.
Yeah, and now comes I do think it will confirm that the good move was to put Volta's drones on Keywog, just because that Eichlin has not been
because
touched.
of 10%. I don't know.
Exactly. I know it's a big gamble, but hey, it's worked, so why not every time try it? That's my thinking. That's why I don't win at this game. But in any case, we're still going forward. That sentry has just shot, and what just happened? What was the move?
Sentry just shot Keywog, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still on Virtual Mint's side here. Okay. Yeah, it's like one move was.
Oh, I think I know what happened. Is she actually skipped her turn accidentally?
Isn't it? Yeah, that's the case, right? Because Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I hit
I think
skip.
she did it twice,
Yeah.
even
See,
throughout this match.
currently
So
confirmation in the chat. Doolins did skip once or twice. So let's keep going. As the infiltrator is destroying that drone. Great play to get rid of those stacks, amping up Kiwog.
a bit of heal on the Kiwog already.
Oh, not
All
bad.
right, good damage coming through from Ming here.
And maybe a Riker will be obliged to get in, or just a straight Skern jumping in.
Yep, that works.
Yeah,
That'll interrupt.
Yeah, that's pretty good, especially considering he's still in his own turret's range.
Yeah, and then when you think about it, Volta basically just gave a nice little lift to Garrick, and now he has a straight shot to Cleric.
Oh, yes, indeed. So let's see how it's going to play. And that's another skip.
That's another skip, yeah. Which I think is going to be followed by a pity skip from Virtual Mint soon, hopefully.
Not right away, because we can get Ming down to 19 HP. But with that eel, it's going to be negated almost completely. Still not coming. Virtual Mint's playing dirty.
Weird attack over here. Especially when you have a bird that's under fire. That's probably the one you want to use. Try to finish off the Ming and run away. There's it. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
that's a dead bird.
Should probably have used that chicken to get rid of Ming.
Exactly.
And then die because of the sentry. So you also use up the cooldown, the sentry's cooldown for a few turns.
Correct. And now, let's see what Doolin's going to do. At this point, you probably want to get rid of this massive Kiwog.
Yep. Okay,
but the Cleric is within range, so it's hard to make the right call. Over here, you do want to avoid all the AoE damage from the Kiwog.
Which he will use just behind and fall back. I like that play, bringing him back to maybe wait out with Anne to have a full health Kiwog. Is that too much to ask?
So you can get a trick shot over here. Yeah. That's that should be enough to finish him off. I think if Garrick is not body blocked. Oh,
but that chain gets him stunned right in there. So that's a great reaction from Virtual Mints.
See what the interruption is going to be. Oh, she's just willing to take the damage. All right. Huh. I think the sentry could finish off the Garrick here. We'll see. Going for a front hit.
Yep.
Very bold against 70% chance, especially if that's not going to kill.
Yeah, even if it hits, that sentry could have just ended Garrick's life right away.
I think Garrick is going to probably finish off the Ewok almost. Very close. 2 HP left, but
full heal.
Another healing coming through from Anne.
Now, big damage. Still, it's kind of chipping away, but with that Anne being on cooldown, that Garrick is out. Probably Riker or Ming right now. Well, next turn. While Kiwog is just teleporting away like the superhuman he is.
Ouch, ouch. That is painful.
Yeah, it is.
You have a big AoE coming through here.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful. 4 targets hit. That is going to be
and
probably going to get Kiwog dead in the next turn.
And that sentry at 31 damage is non-negligible, considering Eichlyn's still quite with a lot of HP right now.
See, so that should be enough to kill. Yeah. Perfect. So that means we're getting rid of this.
Oh!
But
now you have to hit Volta, right?
Well, no, you don't want to, right? Like normally you would have pulled the Kiwog and then moved to cancel your own channeling.
Yeah, but now she had to do it the other way.
Yeah, exactly. So now she actually kills her own Kiwog on accident.
Yeah. Still saving him, but yeah, I get. Oh no, that's unfortunate.
I mean, it's the right train of thought. Pulling people out of the trick shot, it's great, but you be able to cancel your own channeling.
Yep. So now we're 3 for 1 on Doodlin's side.
Yeah, Doodlin's doing pretty good here.
Yeah.
Getting another big heal coming through. And there's no more Keywog threat as well. So at this point, with Ming approaching the cleric, I think we're going to be seeing a win from Doodlins.
Yeah, she is quite well placed right now. Nobody to challenge that Ming in the back. Volta probably going for the grab, so that's gonna be maybe an interrupt on Riker's side if he can get to it.
Yeah,
he will be
definitely.
able. And now that Ming is gonna be in prime position.
Side block.
And
We
that
might
block.
see a turret shot coming through to finish off Ming here. That is really unfortunate. Yes. So she just lost her infiltrator. We're now 3-2. Side block, 12% chance with Volta.
And I am
kind of killing the plan over here.
really sad that we didn't get to see a Nan being pushed off by Ming, because that's the greatest play that you can do in this game. Whirlwind and out of the map.
Too bad. We could have seen somebody get pushed off the board. Always satisfying.
Yeah, it is, especially if it's an Nan. Like, I like those Nans getting pummeled off.
I like pushing Diana off because it's nice to see all stacks just get lost, you know?
Evaporating into the air. Those shards won't help you when falling from the board. Big damage on Garrick, but still, he's got a lot of health left, and that Anna.
But right now, Doodlins has 3 champions that are just primed for an AoE from Eichlin. I'm surprised that Eichlin didn't use that.
Yeah,
to just hit them up. That could have been some significant damage here.
Yeah.
Doodlin's not realizing that this is what's happening and just staying in this formation as well.
Yeah, but still it's not going in. Garrick going for the N. Probably a heal for a last turn. No, he's going to wait another one, and then that chain.
Ooh, a front grab on 70% block chance.
That's rough.
That is rough, and it's going to be interrupted also.
I saw the block on the wrong character, because here it would have been another 12% chance block.
Nope. Now we've got a dead Anne, most likely. Unless he gets the back shot here. At least we have that.
And
one thing that happens is sometimes people don't take enough time to just really analyze the board and see what the better move is. They just see what's right in front of them, and they miss things like a big AoE that they just missed out on with the Eichlin, which could have gotten her out of that little prison as well.
Yeah, and there was like 3 turns on which it could have gone off, so that's a lot of time. But like as you say, it's so easy to just see it, to tunnel vision on what is happening in the middle of it, in the thick of it, and being just so sure that something will work that you lose an option everywhere and somewhere else.
Whenever you have a move in mind, you have to consider playing the next opponent's turn in your head. Like, what's the best move for them to play afterwards? Like, what's the better response?
Yeah,
because that'll teach you about, well, really determining whether your move is going to be a good one or not, but also like understanding you as a player what the next best move is to respond to your opponent's move, right?
Yep. Good use of the turret, the sentry's arrows to get rid of Eichlin and chip in on Skern, because Anne is probably gone now. Oh no, not at all. I was on the wrong side, because now that sentry is gonna fireball away Garrick's. Yeah.
I think she probably can pull this off. We just need to make sure. There it is. There's the invasion of the Anne. I'm not sure that's going to do much here. Yeah, or might just lose the Skern. Good interrupt from Doodlins here. In range of the AoE from this, and somehow Virtual Mint not using this opportunity to kind of break the ice and get herself out of there.
Yeah. Big heal on that Garrick, which is the only tank left, only sponge really left in the middle of it. So a simple heal here, but I would have probably gone with the Riker instead to do some damage on Garrick's, on Virtual Mint's Garrick, and then maybe finish it with the sentry. I don't know. I think there was something happening here that heal could have been used elsewhere after it. Skern getting a lot of damage done. Maybe Volta will try to do something.
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
Hmm.
if Anne isn't used, yeah, she needs to be used. Otherwise, she would have died to bleed just now.
Yeah.
And it still puts the Skern into pretty bad position. But we do finally get the kill on the Anne. This is going to give a lot of tempo to Doodlins. So now she's pretty safe. Still need to make sure that this Eichlin that's stuck in the ice is actually taking some damage at some point. She's been kind of ignored, and despite being in a position to done a lot of damage early on.
Wasn't used quite to its potential earlier on, because right now 3 characters left on the board that can do some big damage. Probably the sentry will be used to get rid of this Riker, I would guess, and then some chip damage on Volta. No, Volta is out of range. So,
Using the arrows. All right, well, at least didn't block everything. That's good.
Yep. Yeah, that
All
could
right,
have been.
Doodlin, who's making sure that this Kern stays alive for the next move.
Yep. Bring him here. That's right.
Now this will get interrupted, most likely.
Riker just coming in, and then we still have Volta far away now. Right now, on the edge of a precipice, and it's getting closer and closer for Virtual Mint's ends.
Doodlin making sure that she stays out of the turret range. There's the kill, and out of the turret range as well.
Yeah, so even
Kern has been doing a lot of work here, and that's mostly because Virtual Mint let it happen in a sense, right? Kern jumped over the tower and got pulled, killed the whole cleric, killed Volta as well, and got out alive. So
yeah, so all that damage, all could have been avoided if Skern was taken care of a bit earlier, maybe a bit faster as well, to fall back on this. Virtual Mint's never had a turtle position that much, but it was more of a hybrid setup. But in any case, to fall back a bit more on Anne and take care of Skern would have made...
Especially early on in the game when Skern jumped in front of her tower. That's 2 turns cooldown. With, like, when you have an Eichlin on your team and a tower, that's a 2-hit kill. So you can basically guarantee a kill on the Skern if this happens.
And in that case, a lot of damage would have been avoided, and a big piece, a big chunk of what made it happen in the first place, of what all happened till then, till now, well, would have been really, really different, as Kern will finish off Eichlin, and that Garrick in the back will just be there, I guess.
Suffer greatly.
Yeah, exactly. Getting pummeled from all sides. Even Anne will hit him, I guess. Like, she'll take her staff and just find a way to hurt him.
We'll get a block off, pull this guy in the tower range. That's going to be brutal.
Yep. Now the tower is going to do most of the damage needed. Garrick's going to come up behind and probably finish him. Or Riker.
Just a little hit on Anne just to say hi. There's a kill, but that's not going to change anything.
Yep.
Oh, another side block. That's a dead... that's a dead.
Not even using Riker to just finishing up right away. And we get a victory for Doodlands in the 3rd place matchup. So that's
3rd place secured. So $50 for the winnings.
Well, let's just take a quick look at how they did, how our 2 finalists did before in the tournament tonight. Just a quick look at what did they do? Who did they beat? Lerp was the first on stream, and he played against Seleno Cosmia, who actually did make a few more basic mistakes, we could say. Probably not that that much of a tactics player, but great showing still coming in that tournament. Thanks for being there. But Lerp was not having a lot of difficulties against Seleno Cosmia. Then against Virtual Mint, a bit closer, and it was there that we saw Takashi for the first time, right? Because Lerp decided to change his composition and take Takashi. He will bring that Takashi in the grand final against Aristocat, who started beating Del, Rium Del, which is in the chat. Thanks a lot for being there, by the way. You've been here for a long time watching all those games. You had a real tough luck of the draw falling against the favorite of this tournament, Aristocat. And that match was pretty much one way, right, Burns? But in any case, it went Aristocat's way, and he's going forward because he did beat Doodlands after also putting him in the final spot against Lerp. Burns. Those two players that did play the best Athelan tonight.
That's correct. And now we're heading towards the finals, which I'm expecting to be a pretty close match with, in my opinion, probably favoring Aristocat. And I think we're going to be seeing it as a pretty great match.
Yeah.
Some good moves.
Let's go. Still best of one. Still only one way to the victory, and it's erasing your opponent's life from the planet. And welcome to the first grand final of an Athelan Battlegrounds tournament, esports tournament, of course. I'm Solbo. I'm joined with Burns. I've been with Burns for the whole night. And shall we see a great game? Let's see. Toss of the coin going on Lerp's side with is a bit more aggressive strategy than the turtle that we've seen Aristocat use so well the whole evening.
Right, so we've had a position switch with the Iclins, one of the Rikers, and the Diana, which means that at least the Iclins are not immediately able to go get some big AoE damage on Lerp's team, which is good for him. There is a Riker that's fairly exposed, so we'll see what Lerp decides to do on the first move.
And we'll go right ahead and start this right now, as Lerp will go straight in with Skern, doing some damage on the first Riker, the closest one. And isn't that powerful? Because that Riker would have been used, will probably be used.
Yeah, this is an immediate running away, understandable. I mean, big risk taken from Lerp right off the bat with this move. It's a double hit against 25% chance to block, which could have led to a block here. And not a whole lot of damage dealt. And then we've got the drones coming in, pissing off the front line. I like to see this. This is good.
Yeah, good play against a guy that will not move or as presented himself as a turtle player with this composition and this positioning. So those two Garricks will need to move when they did not want to move before. But drone is going out. It's been destroyed, and Skern is close to death. Probably will be finished unless a heal comes in. And there we go. Single heal on that Skern. Those axes will chop up some more heads in the future.
So let's see what are we at with Skern. All right, so
19.
At this point, you kind of have to think about what's the best thing, right? So you have Garrick, that's not Garrick, but Riker, that's all the way at the back, lowish HP, but there is nothing immediate that you can do except maybe a trick shot with one of Lerp's Rikers. I would probably go for this move personally, just to force a heal, because then you would have a lot of room to bring in Takashi and Skern to kill the Diana here.
Yep. So let's see what's going on, and no. He goes for the hits on Garrix, which will both hit, which means some bleeding, but then that bleeding is completely negated by Garrick's own armor and passive right now. So maybe not the optimal way, because you don't force anything and you give back the rhythm to Aristocat, which will finish off Skern on the
especially with the cleric on cooldown. At this point, I would probably try to bring in Takashi, as expected.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. We get a triple hit on the Diana. Unfortunately, still no bleeding damage on the Garrick.
Yeah. Diana falling back a bit after hitting Takashi, so that's the move. Hey, we've seen Aristocat do that a lot, hitting, falling back, going in, going out. That's the turtle way of going around, and he's been really smart about when to do it, I think.
Yeah, honestly, it's what you need to consider every time you play a move is, how can I keep my champions alive while dealing as much damage as possible? Like, the only times where when you should go like balls deep and really try to go for a kill is if you absolutely need it need for it that kill to happen for you to ensure that you win later on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you stay safe as much as possible,
Mm. And that
especially on a turtle team. Yeah,
and that's the thing I think a beginner will not often think about, like surviving. I would say I always think about doing some damage, but then, like you said, a couple of things to take to consider is the heal there. Is that a guaranteed kill in like 1 or 2 turns because of other people? But also, will I survive? Will I actually get something out of it more than just damage? And
yeah,
that's the
exactly.
first step to understand Athelan, I think.
Whenever you make a commitment to go for a specific kill, you need to make sure that you can go through with finishing off that champion.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's something that you've seen um, Aristocat do a lot, which is okay, there is no immediate kill that I can get.
Yep.
So the best thing to do now is to chip, right? Because
Yep.
chipping means that over time, there is a chance that you end up in a situation where you can get the kill within a reasonable amount of turns,
Yes.
and that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. But it is still the last option that you have, chipping. The rest is doing massive damage, eliminating a threat before doing the chipping, before doing that. But with those Rikers well protected and those Eichlins still behind, you can maybe chip a bit more when you play well, when you go in, go out. And so, like you said, in the long term, you'll get an advantage. And that Riker that just came forward is far from everyone. So even though he's on Lerp's side, he's quite well protected, but an answer will come in the form of a trick shot from Lerp's Riker.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully there is a lot of nearby champions to both protect him, but also kind of support his moving forward.
Yep.
Here we've got Garrick, who's putting a lot of pressure on the Volta and being very close to the Am.
Yeah.
At this point, we probably need a heal coming from Lerp, unless he can secure a kill. But there's the heal as expected, and moving away. This is the only thing that you can do. It could have been done on the next turn. Again, like order of operation matters here. Garrick was on cooldown, so was Riker. So technically, Lerp had some time to at least get one damage hit in, but he chose to do this right now. Probably going for a grab here.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to make sure that you can't be interrupted here, and he can be interrupted.
Yep.
Oh, interesting. Going for the kill here instead of interruption by Aristocat. That, and it works.
Works. It will. With the heal that just happened before all that, like after Lerp's heal, we got a heal as well on Aristocat's side. And that Garrick still survives a lot of hits because of that. He's in the thick of it. His passive is on. He's getting a lot of reduction.
Yeah.
His armor, he's blocking on all sides. So he's taking some attention away from everything else on the board, I think, currently.
Yeah, definitely. I still think that given the fact that the Garrick was in there and so healthy, I would have gone for the interruption on the Volta over the hit on the An here. Because the An would have died in 2 hits no matter what afterward. Right?
Oh yeah, you're right. And so that would just get even more out of that Garrick's positioning, right? You would just like not because you would probably have like 2 other turns because that An's heal also would come back earlier, and so all of that would stagger on top of each other, would stack on top of each other, and then give that Garrick probably another turn or 2 more. But we'll see, because now that Riker has been targeted by Lerp. Riker.
Yeah, at this point.
Oh, we're getting a kill on Anne.
There it is.
Yep.
Yeah. So that works. Wow, that's 2 back-to-back front hooks.
Yeah.
Against 70% chance to block. That is very lucky.
And that damage after is guaranteed to pass, right? It cannot be blocked. That Volta's damage.
The Volta damage, no, but the hook itself is blockable. Yeah,
exactly. That's the hook. But once your hook, when you get past the first 70% chance, you're guaranteed for the hit. So that's a lot of damage, but still way in the back. And now Riker got some action going in. We've got Diana starting to get close. And I think Aristocat wants to creep towards Kern, right? Wants to creep towards Eichlin on the sides here.
Um, yeah, I mean this move with Diana is really just like there is no loss of tempo from moving her, so
Okay.
her repositioning here means that he kind of gets to infiltrate better afterwards.
Yep. Yeah, so
Especially since he has Anne still right now, like
yeah.
he's in a good position where he can just kind of take the time to reposition. Right now, he has an Eichlin that's kind of off to the side, not doing much yet. So he's waiting for like if one of the Garricks were to move forward, it would be a good moment for Eichlin to be pulled
Yep.
out of the corner. But for now, he probably gets some value out of the Garrick that's kind of stuck over there in the ice.
That makes sense. And right now, he does have a big advantage, Aristocats, in this finals. 3 men down. Takashi, Ann, and one of those 2 Skerns he had on the board are left on the benches, while Aristocats got everyone still. That Garrick is close to death and will probably die. A third one in a row.
Wow, that's 30% chance 3 times in a row. Okay, it can still be interrupted, technically.
Yeah, we've got some Rikers
an
available, right? Oh, and that's going in.
Oh, that's okay. He's going for the kill. He's taking the loss. I mean, I can understand it. I guess. I feel like that's twice now that he could have interrupted this and just kind of kept a really important Garrick in the back there, like capable of doing massive damage to people and really disrupting with his passive.
And just being a Lego in the foot there behind, just always being a threat just by the fact he's there, not even being used that much.
Yeah.
And now you've lost that positioning advantage, but you still have a 3-man advantage, as 4 have now been killed on Lerp's side, and Aristocats is slowly but surely starting to get a big advantage, a big lead in this grand final.
Yeah. Yeah, in this case, we sacrifice the archer to get the other archer kill, which is fine when we still have 2 other Rikers on the board. And finally, we're getting something from the Eichlins, covering the Garrick, making sure that he can't come through and disrupt anything unless he wastes a turn really going through the icicles directly. Probably going to see. Oh, okay. So again, as I was saying a few matches ago, here he took the chance because he's in a position to take that sort of risk, which it's not a high risk, but he didn't take the risk to do a front hit on Skern with 50% chance to block, specifically so that he could then move out of range.
Yep.
Like this in a game that's really, really, really close, this can backfire this type of decision.
Yep.
But because he's in such a good position right now, it's not a problem to do that.
Exactly. That it will not backfire, at least not right away, and you still have a lot of moves that will compound to negate the effect of a backfire here if you don't get that hit.
Exactly.
And now with no Anne anyway, so even if and now a big heal coming in from Aristocats, and everyone is in really good shape. 8 out of the 10 starting characters on Aristocats.
What are we getting here?
Oh, big hit still. Pretty big.
Bit of AoE. Yeah. It's also opening up the line for Garrick, who was kind of blocked off by the ice here.
And what will we see? A drone here.
Yeah.
Disrupting the front line, which is pretty good decisions all in all. Separating this Riker from the front line. I mean, he's got range.
It's also 4 turns of Riker kind of taking.
Oh yeah, he's stuck in there for a lot of turns. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So that's like 8 damage guaranteed. So a hit less, pretty much.
It's 4 per turn for 4. So
yeah, he's got no armor against that. Okay. Skern coming in, doing some bleeding on that Riker in the back. And so those 2 Rikers are not in good position, but should still be alive when Anne comes back after a little beauty sleep for the cooldown.
Yeah, I believe so. I think we're going to... Oh, so see, he's choosing the drone kill instead of finishing off either of these 2 champions here. That's probably because we have Eichlin coming in with an AoE that's going to get the double kill.
Oh yeah.
So
It's
again, like order of operation in this game is absolutely paramount. Oh, actually, interesting that he doesn't go for the double.
yeah, exactly that.
Although I guess it's not really a double kill because I think Eichlin had 16 health left, which
Yes.
yeah, it would not have been enough because she has high magic resistance.
So
So
in that
that's
case,
okay.
not
Yeah.
really wondering, but big damage, big area of effect here by this Lerps Heiklin, getting rid
He's
of.
basically begging for a triple hit from Eichlin here,
Oh
please.
God, yes, you just saw it. Yeah, I just. Oh,
Not even going. Okay,
yeah,
all right. I'll
going
take it.
for. Well,
Going for
gets
a
a
kill.
kill.
That's all. It's always
Yeah,
good, of
yeah.
course. I'm just a sucker for hitting a lot of people at
Yeah.
once. If
Yeah,
there's
as much as
no
I
ad on the
like the
board.
whirlwind move and pushing people off, you like the triple kills and the triple shots, and yeah, we all have our little stuff we like that. And now one Garrick going forward, but a heal coming in that Diana's gonna survive a bit longer.
Actually, yeah. Diana with 2 shards or less extends her range, by the way, so she should be able to hit both the Garrick and Eichlin here.
Yes, which might kill Eichlin. Yep, Eichlin
There it
is
is,
gone.
as expected.
Yes, and right now we've got Lerps trying to salvage what he can, but not much to be done right now with Anne still full life. One Eichlin
Yeah,
untouched as
Eichlin
well.
unused all game, by the way. So
Yep.
this could have been a 9v10 win so far.
Yes. And
So see, interesting positioning here. So very aware that there's a Garrick nearby. And so positioning your Riker in this corner means that Garrick can't get a single target hit, which means that it would
oh
take
yeah.
3 hits to kill Eichlin instead of 2.
Yep.
So
Which is great defending positioning in that case.
yep.
And at this point, 3 Garricks left. We've got 1 Riker, Diana. So many people still alive on Aristocat's side that
Yeah.
I'm not seeing where it can happen for Lerps. Yep, that Garrick is down.
I don't think it can. Like again, this is the handshake moment at the end of a tournament. This is a well played, you won.
Yep, and let's see. And that is precisely what just happened when you said it.
There you go.
Handshake. While I press tab another time, we get the confirmation of the first winner of the first ever Athelan Battlegrounds tournament, Aristocat, grand favorite entering the tournament, but still, Lerps gave him a really good shot in this final.
That's right. Honestly, whenever I played against Aristocat, it was clear that he would have a really good shot at winning the tournament. So I made sure to get him to join.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the first winner of the first ever Athelan Battlegrounds tournament. I'm very happy with the fact that we even had a tournament in the first place. That's been kind of the dream since the start of making this game. I wanted to have a spiritual successor to Tactics Arena Online and get a real PvP scene going, like something that just people can get into and be like, you know what, fuck, like this is fun. This is what I want to do. Like kind of like with League of Legends when I first got into it. It's like, oh man, I want to play rank. I want to get good at the game.
Yeah.
This is what I want for the game right now. I just want players to come in and experience the really, really in-depth tactical aspect of the game.
Yeah, and the sooner you get in, the better you'll get, and also the less things you have to learn at the same time. Because the more we go forward, the more characters, the more champions will be added to the game, right? So you have to learn them all at the same time. So for my small pea brain of a mainly shooter player, so I do need that extra advantage to at least get kind of good when the game releases fully. But right now it is available on Steam as a demo and as a wishlistable game for the main event. But the demo is fully accessible, and right now when you enter, you have all the money in the world to buy every champion currently available, so you can try whatever you want in the game. Get the word out is what we will try to do in the coming weeks. As I will say good night to everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here if you were a player. Thanks for being on the Discord if you are. Thanks to you, Burns. Thanks to Virtual Mint also for well, coding the game in
Coding the
itself.
whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, coding the whole thing. Thanks a lot for having me. And I would say have a great night.